The road to Nkumba Bukorwa in Entebbe, Uganda is rough and dirt, leading to a site that now receives 100 to 200 tons of waste daily, up from the previous 80 tons. The waste here was once directed to Kitez, but now Nkumba has become the alternative. Among the suffocating stench, we found children playing near waste piles just outside residential houses, cows graze among the trash, and scavenging birds cycle overhead, while smoke from burning heaps chokes the air. This dump site, located dangerously close to Lake Victoria in the Newarima wetland, poses a growing threat to the region. It was our biggest interest to know how the agreement to set up this dump site at this place was agreed upon, and so we were glad to have the audience of Senior Assistant Town Clerk Entebbe, Dan Fred Lutaya. The area's Senior Assistant Town Clerk defended the location of the dump site, explaining that it was chosen for its proximity to the town. However, the issue of its closeness, the Lake Victoria, and the wetland remains concerning.
Entebbe Municipal Council used to dump within her area of jurisdiction, but because of the airport, the aviation industry, Council decided to buy land because garbage encourages other opportunistic elements. Some are biological. These days, when you sit around here, you can see a big number of birds flying, and in the space there. They are all for that garbage. So in the aviation, they don't want sites that encourage what? Birds. And they have a special department called the bird hazards. Because the birds are not friends to the other birds, the artificial birds. They enter the engine parts and they can cause an air crash. So Entebbe decided to buy land that site.
We spoke with local council and community members to understand whether they were and still are comfortable with the dump site in the area.
The two main challenges that have come with the dump site is mainly the smell, the bad odor, and the flies, which have brought other related challenges in our community. We as local leaders, we are blamed by the community that we allowed the dump site, the big garbage from Kampala to come to our community, but we had no option but to accept as leaders. The other issue is that the dump site is next to the lake, Victoria. The liquid waste that comes from the fermentation and also the liquid waste itself from this garbage goes directly into the lake and therefore polluting it. And it is even worse when it rains.
Additionally, local elders fear that the dump site will only worsen, especially with the influx of waste from Kitez. Many in the community are concerning about the health risks posed by the waste and the lack of effective waste management. The flies, the stench, increased garbage dust.
We are here on the garbage site. Our challenges are...
This is Secretary for Women Nkumba Bukorwa, Gertrude Najenda.
As women, our babies can get diarrhea because of this waste garbage. Our babies can go there and pray from there. They pick some from down and they bring in the homes. They eat, they pray with it. After that, they can get diarrhea from that place. As we women, we use water for cooking, for boiling tea. Sometimes the water from the garbages go down to the lake and we fetch water from there and we get some problems after drinking. Some people, they can drink without boiling. It is also a problem.
It is here we embarked to engage with garbage collectors who seems divided on whether the waste presents a health hazard. Out of 5 collectors, only 2 admitted to suffering from health issues.
According to the dumping site, I think it is small now. It is around 8 acres of land, So it can contain little according to that which is coming. The one which we are receiving now is much. So, and it is too smelling, it is too not so clean. So that's how we get a lot of flies that can at least affect the people. And if you visit us here, you can say these people are not so clean. These people are not healthy. That's not because we are not healthy, just because of this dumping site.
Mom, have you ever gotten sick from here? You have never. But do people get sick? You have been into the dustbin, yeah? Any time that you have ever gotten sick? No. Thank you so much.
Although the chairman of garbage collectors, Bukenya Matia, confirmed that the growing number of scavengers, now around 300, are feeling the strain.
20 years, because I'm a citizen here, my home is there. Yeah.
So how did the dump site maybe change the area?
It is from the municipal council, we are about 300.
300.
Yeah.
How much do you collect?
But the others, they are women, a single mother. That's why you see.
How much do you collect per day?
I can collect 2 bags because I don't stay there all the time.
You sell immediately?
You can sell immediately, or you can collect and you put it there. You can sell after a week to get some company big. You can sell.
How has this job helped you as a person?
I have children. I educated them from that.
Unfortunately, it was revealed to us the unhygienic ways that those bringing waste to the site have undertaken, often washing their dirty overalls at a nearby well, polluting the area, only source of clean water. But either way, the major business of the day here continues. We spoke to local women about the effects of polluted water on their families. It wasn't an easy talk, especially from the shameful side of women claiming increased urinary tract infection and the struggle of their house chores. Gertrude Nagenda, speaking with Lilian Ruguga, confirmed this.
The big problem, we don't stay this end. If they fall sick, some we don't know. But those who are near us, they are complaining always. I'm sick, I'm sick, I'm sick.
As I said, this garbage has been polluting water, and we know that women are responsible in collecting water in most of African families.
This wastage garbage, if it collects water, it goes and flows in the lake. It is also a problem.
Either way, this is their livelihood that came to add to their coal mining and fishing, and a way to clean the environment by picking materials to be recycled.
This was also a mining site for, as we saw, for sand and stones, and that was one of the major livelihoods for our community. At the beginning, like I mentioned, it was a challenge for garbage to be dumped in our community, but we as well found it was an alternative livelihood for our community.
From their collection, the picked plastic polythene papers, cartons find themselves into different recyclers, one being at around 25.7 kilometers at the Excel recycling plant in village Nampunge, Kariri Town Council, Wakiso District. The plant, managed by Adam Daniel, employs 30 local workers and focuses on recycling plastic waste.
The way I'm conserving the environment this side, the time I came this side, there was a lot of water logging caused by plastic and cavera. So we tried moving around, collecting plastic and those caveras. So what we are recycling now. That's how I'm conserving the environment. With those ones I don't produce from here. After recycling, I take to these big companies making finished products like cups, plates, basins like that. So in a week, I can consume like 10 tons. What keeps me busy, it's like sorting, crushing, washing, and recycling keeps me busy here.
While Nkumba Dumpsite poses a significant challenge, there are a solution that give hope. The Chinawataka Women's Initiative in Kampala is yet another innovative way the community are uniting to change the environment. Here, they collect discarded plastic straws and turns them into beautiful crafts like bags, mats, and jewelry. Over 100 women are involved, turning waste into wealth. Zipporah Kairuki met with the founder here.
My name is Benedicta Nanyonga, the former staff Bank of Uganda. I came back here and I started to create something which is giving me money. But all the works I thought it was being done by people. I went on the street, I started collecting the straws, and I came starting weaving a mat. And after weaving a mat, we made the shopping bags from this waste material.
Are you proud about this route that you took?
I'm proud that I'm the first person to create something from the used straws. And I'm proud that I have trained so many people from the community also to find that straws is important, not to be burnt, not to be thrown, but to be collected and then make a use of it.
And what motivates you in this environmental championship?
My motivation is to see that I'm keeping the environment. I'm keeping the environment. I'm getting money from the wasted straws.
So who collects these straws and who are these people who bring them to you?
Everybody, every women who are interested in making product, I train them.
What do you think of those dumping plastic near the water bodies?
It is very dangerous. That's why we are really collecting straws, not to be spread like that, because when it rains, okay, they go to the rivers, you have said, but they will get stuck and even the water will not move.
The initiative has also raised awareness about the importance of recycling and waste management, inspiring others to take action. In Kasangati Town Council, a Chinese firm, Dongliang Plastic, has set up a recycling plant that focuses on managing plastic waste. Workers at the plant sort through piles of plastic, transforming them into reusable materials. This effort is helping to reduce the amount of plastic that ends up in dump sites like Nkumba.
Our goal is to prevent as much as plastic waste as possible from reaching the environment. By recycling and educating the community, we are helping protect our water sources.
But while in all this, Nkumba dump site and others near water channels still continue polluting of the Lake Victoria and other water bodies.
And we know Kampala City Council Authority is struggling to find an alternative site where they'll be able to handle. But the problem of garbage starts from the home. And that's why I've spared time to be with you people, the communicators. In such a country which is agricultural, we are not supposed to have mixed dump in such a place. Garbage which is biodigestible, degradable, could remain in our backyard. And we could be self-sufficient in terms of food.
While sorting waste at home might be a step in the right direction, the proximity of the dump site to the lake raises concern about long-term pollution risks, especially if these measures are not adopted widely. To provide a broader perspective on the environmental impact of dump sites like Nkumba, we spoke with Matthias Mulumba, a champion for the environment and the Nile Basin.
It has already been sampled in Kitezi. That's very evident in Nkumba. What the people who are responsible for this waste management, the companies that have been hired, once they have these heaps of garbage, what they do, they bring that grader that we found and then grade it towards the water. What does that mean? It means, one, the pollution is going to be direct to the Lake Victoria, to our fresh water, the biggest fresh water in Africa, and therefore in the world actually, and therefore we're going to have pollution. It was evident from Nkumba again when communities said they no longer see fish.
This scientific view aligns with what the locals have been experiencing: decreasing fish populations and health risks linked to contaminated water.
I'm called Chenose, a resident from Nkumba Bukola, where the Ntebe dumping site is. So the problem with the fishing, as this garbage is dumped here, the water that comes out from those garbage, it streams to that swamp near the dumping site. Then it flows to the lake. So it affects the fish. So that's why some people even are stopped to fish this silver fish, that is small fish, that it's not even produced in the lake now due to that water coming from the garbage which is dumped here. So that's the problem we have mainly. But what I could add on is that even people are stopped from fishing. And I think that is people were getting much money from that silver fish. So it is now got from Kenya, it is now get from Tanzania, and it is brought to Uganda, whereby it was taken from Uganda to those countries.
So how does this affect you as a community?
As a community, people are jobless now. People don't have jobs and they have to join the dumping site for survival.
Despite these efforts, the problem of plastic pollution remains widespread. The Nile Basin alone contributes 100,000 tons of microplastics to the Mediterranean Sea each year. Even recycled materials like those from plastic remain plastic, from the soles of our shoes to the covers of our phones. Plastic is embodied in our daily lives. The fight to save Lake Victoria and the Nile Basin continues, but as we have seen from the Nkumba Dumpsite to the Chinawataka Women's Initiatives and the Kasangati Recycling Plant, solutions are within reach. With innovation, education, and community action, we can make a difference. Thank you for joining us on the Echoes of Environment at the Pearl of Africa Group. Together, we agree we can keep the conversation alive and push for a cleaner, more sustainable future.